Alright guys, what is going on? So, new location for the video, a bedroom. Finally have internet in the bedroom after years of not. Why not? I'm tired, just trained. So of course, back to business. Sorry for the lack of video updates, as anyone who's been following my progress, I've been competing. So I've decided to tie in that with the video, which is NABBA versus RIBBF, the competition side. So essentially, take two. Taken from my experiences, what I feel could be improved backstage, the actual experience of competing against fellow competitors, various other things like that. So I'll get right into it. So obviously the first show was NABBA on the 7th of October, run by Paul and Siobhan Byrne, out of for Vicar Street, which was for the very first time in a good few years. I have to say, in terms of the venue itself, in terms of the entertainment value itself, NABBA trumps this. Well, trumps RBBF in that aspect, 100%. I remember walking around into the venue after when the finals were on, after hopping off stage, and I had the backdrop with the big computerized animations. You had the seats with the tables. You could tell it was meant to entertain the audience, and that's what NABBA is always priorities to bodybuilding when it comes to it. It is entertainment for fans. It is a pageant. Um, Now RBBF, okay, and NABBA, of course, has the lighting, the really harsh, bright lighting, which is great for a bodybuilding stage, that kind of thing. Had the nice podium to walk up on, that kind of thing. RBBF, on the other hand, was in the concert hall, so you're looking down on the competitors as opposed to up, which is not usually the way it's done, but it's not a bad venue at all. The lighting I felt was actually much better this time around, and the backdrop didn't take away from that at all. I thought it was very well put together. Now the backstage, but this is where it gets interesting. So in 2013, when I went to NABBA, I did the juniors, of course, and I felt the backstage was ran smooth as a fucking baby's bottom. But they had oil backstage for you. They helped touch up your tan. Everything was done. Now, of course, this year you had to book your tan in advance, which I think is always the way if you were going to do it. Perfect, well done around tan, bang bang, in and out. Great finish to my color. I felt was can't say anything bad about that. However, for the prejudging, we were put into a bloody, essentially a tent in essentially what was an outside area backstage. Anyone who knows when you're outside and it's cold and you're trying to get a pump and you have nerves going on and you're trying to fill up with carbs and whatever else, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Now, for the finals, of course, we were put into directly backstage before we head on stage, and it was warm. We got to pump up properly, that kind of thing. And the nerves weren't as prevalent. Another thing, though, the lack of oil. So I remember hopping on stage at the pre-judging where it was important. I didn't have any oil on, and neither did 80% of the competitors. So obviously wasn't the only one who forgot, because usually when I was competing backstage, there's always somebody there to help you out with the oil. Obviously, I've learned from that experience, and I bought some for RBBF. Well, a friend did, with some glaze. Now, backstage for RBBF, this is where it fucking shines. So you had changing rooms. I arrived early. I nabbed the changing room first. All the juniors eventually gravitated in there. It was our changing room for the day. Great temperature, mirrors, everything. Pump, yeah, you put your bags there, pump up. It was warm, it was well ran, everything. Right next to it was the same temperature as the actual stage itself. So there was no, you weren't as nervous. It was a good environment to be in. So RBVF has that one over NABBA. Um, Also, it was all connected in one corridor, so you didn't have to, like, it was easy to get to the stage, of course. And, um, you could leave your bag in there, nothing would get taken, that kind of thing. It was good. Now, in terms of the way the show was ran, NABBA was divided into a morning and evening portion, um, whereas RBBF was just ran straight through. I preferred the way RBBF was ran because you got on for your pre-judging. They worked you fucking hard in the pre-judging. I've never been worked that hard physically in my life. Doing any, you came off stage, you were done. You couldn't pose anymore. And then about 30 minutes, 40 minutes later, you were back up for your finals and you were done. So whereas in NABBA, it was pre-judging and then you had to wait a good few hours before the finals. Which is the way I think shows are usually done. But like, come on, I mean, the problem is the competitors are tired and you'd get out of the show. Like, I think I got home at 1:30 in the morning. I mean, fuck that, you don't want to be going home at 1:30, you're tired. So I think NABBA just needs to speed up. Um, don't get me wrong now, it was well ran, the spectacle was great. They put a lot of effort into it, but the timing was just, it took a long time. RBBF was fast, worked you hard, you got on, you got off. RBBF, NABBA, they took their time a little bit. RBBF, they bang, 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 you're done. Even with all the other classes, the show finished relatively early. Um, like, most shows will say what time they'll be done at. NABBA didn't, RBBF didn't. Um, Now, in terms of the judging and everything, this is a mixed topic. Obviously, two different panels of judges. On NABBA, there was no interaction with the judges, with the competitors that I could see. Um, it was grand. Like, now, of course, I knew a few competitors had judges as coaches, that thing, but I thought the judging was perfect. I was on stage. I came third in the juniors. I was bet fair and square by two guys who were more conditioned than me, Mark Hodson and Colin, more conditioned than me, harder than me on the day. They earned the win. I mean, I got third place because I muscled my way up there. I deserve my placing. No argument there whatsoever. Now, RBBF, this is where I don't get. Again, I came second behind Mark Hodson. No argument there. Harder than me on the day, more conditioned than me on the day. He earned the win. Had me in some shots. Again, I muscled my way into third place. But when you come from a show where they tell you, and the judges tell you, if you were more conditioned, you would have placed higher. And then you come into the next show more conditioned, and the guy ahead of you comes in more conditioned, obviously, and then the winner isn't more conditioned. I don't know. I get bodybuilding subjective, and that the whole thing is, oh, it's the whole package that matters. But even on the day, I was talking to a few RBBF judges and things like that, and they were saying, "Oh, you would have placed higher, you would have won, or you would have done whatever if you're more conditioned, if you're dry on the day." I called them the bluff, and I'd say, "Well, you didn't award condition for the winner that day." And now, again, apples oranges. Not complaining. Apples oranges. The winner in RBF was gnarly. He was round, genetic muscle bellies, hard to compete with, but don't. I'm just saying it as it is. It's if you want to be condition, fucking award condition, and don't fucking backtrack on it, and then you know, what I mean. Don't award potential. I think bodybuilding judging should be, you should award the competitor for what they bring on that given day. That's all that matters. It doesn't matter what they're going to be doing in the Europeans. It doesn't matter what they're going to be doing in the future or the past. What matters is what are they doing on the day? How they look in the pre-judging. Like, look, in NABBA, I came on in pre-judging. I was flat. I didn't eat in the morning. I didn't know how to peak. I don't have a coach, so I didn't know how to peak. I was very fucking full the night before. Woke up in the morning, lost 2 kilos. Didn't eat because I wanted to be dry. Should have eaten and filled out. I didn't want to spill over. Played a and of course, that I wasn't in condition, but my whole thing is I wasn't in good enough condition. Whereas if I had the fullness and density that I had in RBBF, maybe I would have leapfrogged. But you know what? I didn't. So I played a gamble in the finals for NABBA. Gained 2 kilos in between the morning and night show. Condition hadn't wavered. Uh, I thought it looked better because I was fuller, thicker, and tighter. And so I replicated that for RBF with my sodium load in the morning, and I just pushed the carbs. And I think it worked. I like the look I bought, and I was more conditioned as well as drier. So it looked better when I was fuller and thicker anyway, you know? Made the muscles pop, made them appear more defined, that kind of thing. And I was vascular and hard and grainy and dense. That's my calling card. Like I mean, for my height, no one's gonna have my density and thickness, that kind of thing. Of course, my condition could have been better. Going forward, my condition will be better. I'm doing PCA in a week. My condition has gotten better. I've right now in the eat morning weight. I'm lighter than I was before RBBF. I'm pushing it hard with the cardio. I'm pushing it hard with the low carbs. I know how to peak now, so I'm going to replicate that at the end. For an example, at the end of RBBF, the day of RBBF, still unspilled. So I'm going to try and get in as many carbs, sugary, fast-acting carbs, into me before I hop on stage when I compete in the PCA show, along with sodium load. Because I've been working my condition, my hams will be in, my glutes will look hard, and with the density and thickness that I'm going to bring on stage, I just want to be happy with the look I'm bringing. If someone comes in again and he beats me, he's in better condition or whatever, and he has my density and thickness and my height, fucking give him the win. No argument there. But I do think if I bring the package I want to bring, and I have the glaze, I'm confident in my posing, show off my scoring points, I think I'll be very hard. I think what I intend to do, I think I'll be very hard to place bad. But I just have to push it hard on the day, coming dry, coming tight, coming full and thick as a fucking brick shit house. And I know PCA have a tendency to reward the competitors for what they bring on the given day. So it should be interesting. But even in the IBBF backstage, there's one niggle. I remember I was backstage, you had a judge and he was asking a competitor, he was asking one of my friends to help oil up his client. It's like, on the day, even if you're a judge and you have a client in the show, you shouldn't be interacting with them. It's meant to be non-biased judging. Come on, I mean, I know Tommy was helping Giovanni, who came forward to me at NABBA and won IBBF, and he was like, Owen, I call a spade a spade. Giovanni wasn't in condition in NABBA, so I had him in fourth, and that's how the judging should be. It should be non-biased, even if you have a competitor in the show. I'm just saying, it's like Ireland's such a small community. Of course, it's hard. It's going to be a situation where um, um, you're gonna have interaction. So that's why I'm hoping when I go over to the UK, literally nobody will know who I am, bar Carla Sullivan, Declan Clear, who are going to be competing in the same show. So hopefully that will play in my favour. That, you know, it'll if I bring the best pack, if I'm improved in condition, I'm already improved in condition for my BF, and I know that because I've lost weight in the morning, post piss and shit. So that's what I'm aiming to do, is come in and fucking shock them. And because they don't know me, they can't be biased. Because I just want it to be a case of where the better competitor wins for the full package. I'm not going to be at 100% condition. My glutes aren't going to be shredded. My glutes will be hard. My hams will be in. My quads will look nuts, vascular and hard. And my upper body will be leaps and bounds. My upper body condition is grand. Like, there's no complaints. And my quads will be in good enough condition. My hams will be good enough condition. They'll be so full and thick. If it goes to plan, I think I'll have a good chance. I'm looking forward to it. Even just the experience of doing it, it'll be good crack. So, we'll see what happens. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe to the channel. And, oh yeah, last thing. NABBA, again, stop fucking up the competitors' music. I mean, Jesus, like RIBBF have you over this in every way. It's like stick a memory card into a computer, save the file, boom, done. My song played perfectly. NABBA, just so happened, my song was the cover song for the people whose songs didn't play. But that's not the point. You shouldn't. Come on, you want it to run smoothly? Play the fucking music for the competitors. They put in the effort, they've choreographed the routine. Please don't mess up their tunes. I mean, granted, I get it. If they have 10 songs on a CD, that's their fault. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, follow, and I'll keep you updated. I'll probably record a video on the day of the PCA show, keep you updated on my Instagram story as to how I'm going up to it. And just want to show you an Irish junior can do well in the UK as well. So onwards and upwards.